All right. Morning, people. So I get these ideas in my head and thoughts, and they're fresh, and and they're mobilizing in my head, and I have to get them off, man. I have to speak about them, man, because they make sense. They apply to life, and I want to share them. And I want to talk about change, and change is a everyday thing, and what strikes me the most, based on my experience, listening to people, examining other people's lives, and examining my life, when you're on a path to change, man, it's very challenging. Not only is it very challenging because of yourself and your own self-restraint, and you trying to make new habits, you trying to make better choices, you trying to pursue a different pathway other than other pathways that you did. Whatever the choice of change is, the reason why it's difficult because people will always counter attack your productiveness. That's the challenge. The challenge of change, a big portion of it is people, man. Because it's just amazing. When people try to do right sometimes, there's always going to be somebody trying to pull your coat to some other flaws that you do that are inconsistent with the new changing aspect of you. It's just the nature of the world, man. So when people say, only God could judge, nah. Humans judge you all day long. They judge you in the criminal courts. They judge you on social media. They judge you face to face. Everybody thinks they have the power to judge, stereotype, categorize, and pull people out and think that they know people. And it's wrong. It's wrong. You always say, oh, I don't judge. Oh, I don't judge you. I got my own stuff. I'm not in a position to judge. It's very hard for people to be real with that statement because every day you're being judged. Every day people think that they have a better position in their lives to look at what you're doing that's so wrong. That cracks me up, man. It just cracks me up. Because first of all, people don't even know you. They know nothing about you. They get glimpses of information, whether it's the news, gossip, at a club, text message, a flow of information that they hear something bad. It's always that they hear something bad. They take it, whoa, I can't believe that. This is really him? Oh my God, that's crazy. They know nothing about it, but they'll buy into that. They'll buy into the bad so quick instead of trying to examine the good that you did in your life to balance off bad mistakes or bad choices or bad situations. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny, that statement, practice what you preach. When you're trying to change, man, you do tell yourself constant positive statements, positive things to reinforce your mind. So you do the right thing. So you do change. Oh, no sugar. I don't need no sugar. I'm stay away from that sugar. It's constant to do it. But then if you eat sugar, you're fake because you said you wasn't going to eat sugar. You said you was going to practice not eating junk food or practice not doing that. But you mess up because, you got weak at times. But it's not that you were being fake with your diet. It's not that you were saying you was going to do something and not do it. It's a process of strengthening yourself on the inside to become better. It has nothing to do with you wasn't doing what you were saying you're going to do. It's a process. It's life. You know what I'm saying? And as humans, we're imperfect. And it cracks me up because it's such a judgmental nation out here that we don't give people the time of day or the time of understanding sometimes to see it through, man, to figure out why these people struggle with what they struggle through, why they do what they did, or the root of all this stuff. And the only way you're going to find that out is if you put the time into understanding people, man. You need to understand people, man. People are so quick to challenge your change, man. Your change. They don't respect the change sometimes. They don't want to believe in the change. You know why? Because either it's a personal issue with them, it touches them at home, or they just have nothing better to do than to talk down and not believe that people are either trying to lead a better life, make a better choice in their life, or go down a different direction in life. So for anybody who struggles through their change, change can come in different ways. Come through relationship change, drug change, alcohol change, just coexisting society change, occupational change. Change comes in all different levels, and we telling ourselves that we want to do this, and it's a process that we keep telling ourselves every day. But it just doesn't help that when you speak about these things, you're always going to have a hurricane of counter rhetoric, of denial, of unacceptance, of lack of appreciation for you trying to do right. At the end of the day, it will play mind tricks on you. You'll be feeling like you just ain't doing the right thing. You're just not doing your best. Because if you let the psychology of society and the people around you who are not 100% supporting the change or recognizing the evolution of your change and where you came from and where you're going as prime evidence or prime facts based on the inner core of what you're trying to be as a person, don't get caught up in the psychology of that, man, because it will weaken you. It'll weaken you if you buy into the responses of people around you. You can't let it get to your head, man. You can't change everybody's mind or perception of you, man. You gotta walk strong, do what you do, feel confident in yourself, and know inside it's not a show. You're not here to put a show on. Unless you're doing a full testimony of evolution of your change, and you're going to release every single thing from birth till now so people could understand your story in totality. Don't even think that the bits and pieces or the glimpses of this and that or the bad information or the bad situations that get out and pipeline through society and circumvent and this close-knit world that we live in, and you feel like the eyes are looking at you, lurking at you, judging you, contemplating you because they think their lives are so much better than yours. Don't buy into that, man. Don't buy into other people's perception of you. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you, people are going to think what they want to think, and that don't make you grow. That don't make you stronger. That doesn't control your breathing. You control your breathing. Take a breath. Next person ain't controlling your breathing. You control where you look, where your eyes open up to. You're in control of yourself, man. So don't let the negativity or people not believing in your change, not supporting your change, and not giving you the merit that you deserve for the evolution or progress in your life of where you came from. Because setbacks, flaws, errors, mistakes, bad choices may have struck people personally, hurt people, and they want to wear that as badges in life to prejudge and look at people for the rest of their life in a dark light. Don't let that fade your path, man. Don't let that fade your path, man. Because nobody's in a position to judge. Although we have judge, jury, and court, at the end of the day, it goes to a higher power. People deal with the consequences on their own terms. We deal with our trials on our own terms. Believe me on that. The allegiance to another person is not there. You have allegiance to yourself. Empower yourself. Be strong. And if you have a good, righteous character and you're in sound mind and body and you're going through the process of being better every single day, accept that. Accept the human quality in you. Don't be structured, detailed, or told how you should live your life or how you should change or the pace of what you should do to change. Because you're going to change your own in different aspects, whether it's a lifestyle change, fitness change, or changing your body composition, changing your mindset, changing your responses, your moods, your anger. That's on you. You can hear all the positive feedback. You can hear all the direct talk from all over the place. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. Because you're the one that's refining your body, defining your mind. You're in that search and figure out who you are. And there's going to be a lot of pressure from all over this world. Because without that pressure, it wouldn't be called trials. Without that feedback, without the negativity, without the conflict, without the resistance, how would you make something of yourself? It'd be too easy. Uncomfortableness brews change. Struggle defines. That's the facts. That's the truth of the matter. If you're going to claim you this and that, let's see how you ride this storm. Let's see how you persevere through your difficult times. Let's see if you fold in the pressure of what you feel other people are viewing you as, man. Confidence. Popular opinion, popular vote. Screw that. At the end of the day, you're accountable for yourself and you're staying strong in your own shoes, man. Don't let the lack of respect or understanding or merit of evolution of change or where you came from, where you're going, your setbacks, your flaws, your mistakes, be taken so much to the head that you're looking for the people around you or outside of you to acknowledge, yo, you're doing a good job. You did great. I respect the change. Wow, you came along. You're not going to get that all the time. It's not going to come. And if it doesn't come, you can't stop doing what you're doing. You can't stop your drive because another human being and their perception of you just doesn't reach the expectations of what you have inside of you, and you know you're doing right every day, and you know your intentions are sound. You know in the core that you live to do right. You're not perfect, but take a look at me now. When you take a good look at where you're at right now, if you're working, you're living, you're surviving, you ain't slumming, you ain't bent on doing wrong every single day. You're not trying to capitalize off of making other people's victims every single day. You're just not living a shady sewer life. You're not in a dark, dark place. You're not in a pitiful place. You're not begging for help with your hands out. You're not crying for mercy around you. You're holding it in and holding strong with your head up high. That's what it's about, being strong. Strength comes from within. It's a hard thing to face. You can post whatever you want, say whatever you want, but that information needs to come back to you. So that is practicing what you preach. to get better at what you're trying to change. Don't let people play mind games with you, manipulate your words, manipulate your statements, make you have doubt, and doing what you're doing is the best you could do. Because if you already have a low self-esteem and you've already been doubting yourself and insecure about yourself, God knows that other information comes, it's only going to freaking fester like weeds in your head, and it's going to put you back at ground zero. Hold strong. Keep doing the best you can do every single day. And if it's not good enough for people around you, oh well. Because you're going in the coffin by yourself. And however you want to leave this earth and how you want to live on this earth and your soul and how you want to sync your soul with your actions and your thoughts and your feelings every day, that is on you. Because people are brutal, man, and that's the challenge. The trials are the challenges. You need to humble yourself, accept the circumstances and responses from people as them being them, not you. It doesn't define you, man. It's a hard thing to swallow, to be strong like that. Suck it up, toughen your skin, and not be affected or disheartened by the responses to people in this world in relation to you evolving and being better than what you used to be. Giving you the support that you need, because life is hard regardless. And we all stressing and struggling somewhere or another. And it's hard to be empathetic. 2 words I learned in school as a kid: sympathy and empathy. We always are sympathetic because people die or sick. Sympathetic to them. But we're not empathetic as much as we used to be. To feel what another person feels. Set yourself aside for 1 second to see how this person has lived their life, the stuff that they went through, and really do a life look. I'm like, wow, that's a story. That's a bio. That's an influence. That's amazing that this person has conquered these situations. That doesn't get that much play these days. Nobody cares. That's the hard fact. Nobody really cares. It's a rat race out there. Minority, you're alone and trying to be the best you can sometimes. When you find these genetic makeup of people who have a good ear and understanding and look at you for you, stick with them. Try to be better every single day. Make the best at what you make of. Don't want to be in that cloudy ass world of misery and havoc every day, sticking on stagnant stuff that don't make no sense. Just trying to make the best out of life, prevail, conquer, move on, better stitching. Stick with them. Those characters stick out regardless. Regardless if people want to flaw find, mistake find, penalize people for their actions. Don't want to believe in anything they say because they're upset and they're mad about circumstances in life, whether in their own history or current history, and they doubt everything you do. That is not your problem. You are in control of you. Trust me when I tell you this stuff. I speak for a lot of people when I speak this. I speak from the heart. I speak from a combination of information that I've witnessed, experienced, and I take into my head. When I catch those moments, I give it back. Because change is about you being the best you could be. It's not about being stuck on your past. It's not about being stuck on current things. It's about learning from it all, feeling those emotions, understanding what happened, and being the best you could be. And if people don't recognize you for being a good person, so what? It doesn't matter, because everybody has their own definitions of what's good in this world, what's bad in this world. And if you don't have your radar set on what your pathway is and what you know is best for you and what your intentions are divine, possibly expressed through the world around you, that's all that matters. Stick with it. They're going to love you. They're going to hate you. They're going to use you. They're going to benefit you. When it's good, they're there. When it's really badly bad, they're halfway there. Doesn't matter. It's life. You're not in control of that, but you can be in control of how you respond and how you take that. So be kind, be gracious, be blessed, and appreciate your circumstances to wake up every day and make a difference, not only in your life, but people around you. Continue to do what you do. Don't be bitter. Don't be angry at the response that people give you back, because you don't need to change your belief system and the way you think based on other people's emotions and angers and how they treat you, because that ain't right. You're either going to be you or you're not going to be you. Don't be a chameleon. Don't be switching up. Don't be camouflaged this way and that way. Just try to be you, man. It's a hard thing to do, but just do it. God bless all y'all.